great to have you. Mwah. Absolutely fantastic to have you here. London 2012. What? See, some cameras haven't got that good a focus on them, so they have to get closer. Go on. You want a picture of Katherine on her own? I'm sure you do. There we go. There will be plenty of opportunities for photos with Katherine later. So London 2012, an amazing achievement for both Team GB and Paralympics GB. As a fellow athlete yourself, what have you got to say about that?
Fellow athlete? Where were you? What were you doing?
What was that? I was up north, unfortunately.
Okay. No, it was. I mean, it was my fourth Olympic Games, and you know, I had a wonderful experience in the previous three, but in the build-up to this one, there'd been a bit of skepticism about how well we could do it as a country and what it was going to be like. And I think as an athlete who's been there and experienced it before, we were all saying, no, this could be something incredibly special, but none of us predicted just how incredible it really was. I mean, it was just the way that everyone just bought into the emotion and the spirit behind the Olympics was truly special.
Even before getting there, the Olympic torch relay going around the country, that really helped create the buzz, even more so. Something, as an athlete, for everyone involved in the Olympics this year, to be hugely proud of. But no doubt, at the same time, there must have been a lot of pressure on you.
Yeah, I mean, it is an absolute dream come true as an athlete to compete in front of a home crowd and have a home games. And in my sport, you know, Steve Redgrave, who's got 5 goals, he was really jealous of the fact that we were competing at home games, and I thought, you know, a guy with 5 goals could not really be jealous of anything, quite frankly. But he still had this issue because it's so rare to get to compete at home. And Olympic Games, it was the best opportunity for any athlete, but with that became this huge increase in pressure and expectation and people knowing and people watching and following, and obviously everyone wanted to see Team GB do well, so we're all aware we wanted to deliver for the country.
We're hugely proud of every event that we took part in, and the huge number of medals we managed to achieve. Where were the highlights for you?
Wow. I mean, I think things changed in the night of the opening ceremony. I thought that was absolutely phenomenal. Just raised everyone's expectations of what we'd be able to deliver. The first week for me, I was very much immersed in the rowing. You know, it was fantastic to see the first goal to a couple of girls that did really well in the women's pair. And then the second week, I went and watched some of the other events. So I was really lucky. I was in the stadium the night before I got 70 goals, which was phenomenal. I was in the velodrome when Chris Hoy got his 6th, Victoria got her silver. And I went to see the women's hockey match, who got the bronze medal, and you know, that's the first medal in 20 years, and it'll change women's hockey throughout the country. But I was also incredibly lucky to be in the Paralympics too, and just seeing, I was in the stadium the night that Johnny Peacock won the 100 metre sprint, and David Weir, her 3rd goal. Amazing. Right? It was. I mean, everywhere was just the venues, the crowds, the volunteers, everywhere was just, it just had electricity everywhere you went.
You as a rower yourself, how much training goes in? You know there's a lot of training in particular for the Olympics. But as a rower, how intense is the training?
It's really intense actually, it's crazy. We train basically 7 days a week, and each day 2 or 3 training sessions. Each session up to 2 hours. On top of that, we've got meetings with physios, doctors, medics, nutritionists, psychologists, biomechanics, just constantly. It's a full-time job every day.
And what about as regards advice for those wishing to achieve, you know, to have the ambition to be a rower or an athlete and get to compete in the Olympics in the future? Words of encouragement from you, Katherine?
All I could say is if you're thinking about it at any level, just do it. It's not easy, it is tough, and it's challenging, and it's an absolute roller coaster of emotions, but it is the most wonderful experience you can imagine. It's the pride of competing for your country is utterly special, and every day I've sort of pushed myself in finding new limits and breaking through limits. In everything I've done, mentally, physically, technically, you name it, it's really, yeah.
Everyone behind Team GB and Paralympics GB, phenomenal job that's gone on behind the scenes and the team effort, etc. But when it comes to today, everyone that's been involved in preparation for the Olympics coming to London, in particular BAA and Team Heathrow and our Heathrow volunteers, you know, it wouldn't be the success that it ended up being if it wasn't for their huge support and generosity, in particular for the volunteers giving up their time.
No, absolutely. We actually left the country for about 5 weeks leading up to the games in order to get away from training camp and sort of have a bit of quiet focus away from the building hype. And everyone we met at the airport, we were leaving to go to training camp, we're like, oh, you're going the wrong way. Oh, she's coming back in. And we deliberately got away and sort of got our heads in place, ready to come back in for the flare of the public eye, the Olympics. But we flew into T5 from we've been in Italy, and it went, woo, you're at T5. And it was so lovely. We were met with volunteers. It was like meeting members of your family. Just people there, dressed in the right place, with a little board, really friendly. Oh, with us, if you had a nice flight, how are you feeling? You get tired, you're fine. On this way, we got accredited at the airport as well, and just like, yeah, accreditation. The first big teams to come in, and we just swept through that in a blink of an eye. By the time we got out, our bags were on the buses loaded. The passport bit was quick as well. But everything we did was done incredibly efficiently and quickly, but also with such warmth and friendliness and support. And there wasn't the kind of, oh my God, you're going to be okay, let's complete the Olympics. It wasn't that kind of, pressure. It was just people who genuinely were warm and welcoming and supportive. And I've talked, and I kind of felt, well, I'm biased, I'm obviously British, and think what a great job we've done. But I've talked to loads of people from different countries, from different sports, who all said their experience of coming in and out of the airport was unlike anything else. I mean, honestly, awesome job. And as an athlete, of course it's about performing, and of course it's about winning medals and delivering the performance. But the Olympics is the Olympics because of the people who are there to cheer and to make it happen and to make it run smoothly and to just make the whole thing into the incredible experience that it is. And everyone enjoyed the games because of the volunteers and the support that was in place to make it happen well. And I met, the biggest praise I can say is I met a woman from Australia a couple of weeks ago, and we were comparing the Olympics to the Sydney Games in 2000. And everyone in the Sydney Games who had been even as a British athlete rated them as the best games so far. And then we did London, and I was like, okay, surely we top everything now. And this woman from Sydney, and no Australian will ever admit that the British are better than Australians, right? And I met this Australian woman, and she said, you know what, you did it better than us. So you did it better on 2 counts. She said, one, the atmosphere everywhere was better. But the second was, in Sydney, we invented the idea of the volunteers. And she said, you took that and you just put it to a whole new level and blew everyone away. So, honestly, that goes
Well, credit to you, the smooth running of everything going through, and obviously for those people that came for the games, not really been to the country before, as you say, the incredible experience they've gone away with, and how much of a warm, beautiful welcome that they received here.
I just think you're all going to have to stay for the next 40 years, I think. So anyone who comes back is going to expect that level again.
Well, certainly Team GB and Paralympics GB have set the bar there, which is something to really look forward to for the next one. Your background, your profession, what's the next 12 months have in store for you?
I don't honestly know. It's been the most incredible time since winning the medal. I thought the medal day would be, the best day, and it was. But every day since then has been just wonderful. Meeting people and who were there, who watched it, who were just part of the Olympics. Everywhere I go, people want to talk about the games to have such a positive impact, which is nice because I want to talk about it everywhere I go too, which helps. So at the moment it's just still almost going around, and I'm doing a lot of things with kind of young kids as well. As an athlete, we all generally want to do the inspiring new generation idea. So there's a lot involved with clubs and schools, and that's going to keep me really busy for a while. So. No plans yet.
To stay focused on and nurture the talent of the future. It's certainly, the message was there, and it's certainly been voluntarily achieved, inspiring a generation.
Yeah, and I think the tagline was inspire a generation, meaning the next generation coming through, which is obviously what we're all still doing. But I honestly think the Olympics inspired every generation, because I have met from tiny kids up to grandparents and everyone in between, and everyone's been inspired by it.
A thing that no doubt the country is going to continue to be proud of for many, many years to come. You, as the Olympic rowing and every other member of both Team GB and Paralympics GB, absolutely brilliant achievements. So I'm sure you're going to pass it on to them, because unfortunately not everyone could be here today. But any final words for everybody here today that has been heavily involved in the smooth running of the Olympics 2012?
All I can say is genuinely a massive heartfelt thank you, and what an awesome job. You know, I think as an athlete, we're all focused on our individual sport and what we want to achieve. And you sort of don't realise everything else that's going into it behind the scenes to make it work for us and to make it work for the crowds. And all of you played a part in that. It's a huge thank you, because these games will be remembered forever, and that's because of everyone who played a part. So I hope it meant a lot to you as well.
Yeah.
Let's hear it once again for Katherine Grainger. Thank you very much indeed, Katherine. I should have noticed why she had her hand in her pocket. We want to see the medal. Yes. Here's the beautiful gold medal. London 2012. Look at that.
I kind of wish you could all get one of these, but I'm keeping this one, I'm afraid. Oh, hold it up. I'm being told off here.